You guys know those videos, like everything you need to know for college, going into college? Yeah, I watched like 1,000 of those before I got here, and not a single one helped me. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kyla, and today we're talking about all the things that I did not expect going into my first semester of college. I just finished my first semester of my freshman year of college, and I'm currently in my second semester. And there was so much that I learned from the first semester that I just need to talk about it. Before we get into this, let me just preface by saying that everyone's college experience is incredibly individual and different, and the way that some things work at my school probably and most likely don't work the same at others. And the way that I run my life is obviously very different than other people's. So keep that in mind. These are just the things that I learned. Maybe some of them can help you, but don't expect that to be the norm for everyone. So breaking this down into basically 4 categories, because there are so many things that I've learned my first semester of college, but we're just going to talk about the ones that I think are the most important. So we're going to be looking at stuff to know about the dorms, your social life, your classes, and then some of the miscellaneous stuff that doesn't really fit into any of those categories. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. First and foremost, dorms, okay? I love dorm life. I love my roommate. I love my hallmates. Dorm life is a learning experience. Let me just preface that. So you'll probably hear this from a ton of other people about frat flu, right? They're like, no matter what you do, it doesn't matter if you don't go to frats, you stay in, you don't go, you're gonna get the frat flu. The frat flu is just being sick from mold exposure. Yeah, so this kind of goes into my other points a little bit for the dorms, but the reason that people get so sick in the dorms is because this is like the first time in your life that you're being exposed to this amount of mold. And I wish I was kidding, but it is disgusting. It is so bad. Doesn't matter what you do. The mold is just kind of everywhere. It is prominent in the bathrooms. I'm not gonna lie. The bathrooms, the amount of black mold in our showers. But the dorms in and of itself, excluding the bathrooms, are a breeding ground for moisture. It holds everything, okay? Our dorms are carpeted, so it's even worse. And yeah, it's disgusting. So if you have a sickness that you can't get rid of, and trust me, not everyone experiences this. Like my roommate didn't experience this. My friend's roommate didn't experience this. But if you have allergies or are sensitive to things like that, you will likely be sick because of exposure to mold. And hate to say it, does not go away. I still wake up with like basically sinus issues every single day. You just got to take the medicine and get through it. But yeah, that's the first one. You get sick. Obviously, it could be from a lot of things. There's a lot of people who are coming in, can get colds and stuff like that. But if it is a prominent sickness that just kind of stays with you, it's because of the mold. I kind of talked about this when I was talking about the mold, but bathrooms. We have communal bathrooms here. The horrors. Okay, I'm not trying to get anyone not to experience dorm life because it's very important. It's a very important life skill to have, but they're so gross. The way that I have like come back and sobbed because bathrooms are so like so nasty. Like genuinely the most disgusting thing ever. Our cleaning staff here is phenomenal. They're amazing. These dorms, however, are so gross. They're old, they're gross, they need a revamp. They don't revamp them. Okay. Also, they're just gross, okay? The amount of times I've taken a shower and you take a shower so you feel clean. Somehow I've managed to get out of the shower feeling less clean than I went in, which is crazy. Yeah. It doesn't help that the only bathroom, like shower stall that was nice, the only one that was nice, the shower head was stolen out of twice. Why do you need a shower head? Why are you stealing the shower head? Okay. So we basically have 2 functioning showers because we have 4, but one of them, the drain is completely clogged. So you flood the bathroom if you use it. The other one is our accessibility one, which is not fun. None of us like using that because it's meant to be accessible, but unfortunately, we do have to use it sometimes. And the other one has water pressure that feels like a power washer. So yeah, not great options. Bathrooms suck. Sorry, guys. That being said, if you are going to a college where you have a shared bathroom with your suite mates, I hope you realize how blessed you are. Truly. Love the girls on this floor. I really do. But if I could have a shared bathroom with my suite mates that we cleaned, oh, the way I would be so happy. Talked about moisture, damp rid. Okay, don't care. You need it. You can get a dehumidifier for all I care. Our dorms just don't allow dehumidifiers. I'm not gonna fight that. Whatever. Damp rid, damp rid, damp rid, damp rid, damp rid, damp rid, and a lot of it. Okay. I don't care if you bring it. I don't care if your roommate brings it, but you need at least to have one. Okay. I have two. I have one that sits at the top of my wardrobe in the corner of the room and collects it from in here. And then I have one inside my wardrobe because I don't want my clothes getting musty and gross because of entrapped water. I also like I let my stuff dry, obviously, but like my towels, my shower caddy, all of that goes in my wardrobe. So yeah, damp rid, damp rid. Okay, you learned anything from the dorms? They're hate to use this word moist, but they are. Sorry. Moving on to social life. Okay, and this is coming from someone who didn't experience having a full social life until I got to college. Like, did not experience a social life whatsoever. So here's everything you need to know about your social life from my point of view. Most colleges have this thing called welcome weekend or something of the sorts for incoming freshmen. The most exhausting thing you will ever experience. Like, it sounds like, oh, so much fun. Like, they have all these things planned out for you. Yeah, all these things planned out for you back to back to back. They don't give you time to like slow down and process, like, hey, you're in college. And I know why they do that. It's to help prevent like severe issues with homesickness. If they keep you busy, it kind of like forces you not to think about how homesick you feel. But it is exhausting. You will come back with like 20,000 steps for the day, your feet are hurting and you're like, damn, I gotta be up at 7 a.m. to do it again tomorrow. And ours was 3 days. Okay, 3 days. Don't necessarily expect the friends that you meet welcome weekend to be your main friend group and be the people that you hang out with. It is possible. It is the case. I know a lot of the people my roommate met get like welcome weekend. She's still very close with, very close with. People that I met during welcome weekend were good acquaintances. We're very friendly with one another, but I don't really hang out with them a ton. In fact, I didn't really meet like my hangout crew until about 2 weeks into college. So that being said, once you kind of get that friend group, you all have different schedules. You're all like wanting to find time to hang out, but it doesn't always happen. There are going to be things that you miss. And I never in my life have I experienced FOMO. Never. I didn't care if I missed out in high school. Oh, you're going to the movies with your friend? Don't care. Not what I'm worried about. Don't care. Hanging out at the park, going to the restaurant. Nope. Don't really care if I'm missing out. Not at all. Here, man, I remember my friends were baking in the kitchen one time, and I was like, I didn't get the memo. We were baking. I was like 3 hours deep into homework assignments during midterms. Like, I wasn't gonna be able to hang out, but like, I was like, damn, I really wanted to be a part of that. Like, gosh. And it's like, cause you're like, hey, what are you guys doing? Can I be there? Cause I want to be there. Nope. Nope. Yeah. Never thought I would experience FOMO. I did. That being said, though, don't, and I still struggle with this, don't limit your social life, okay? If there's something you want to try it. This is the time to do it. If there's something you even have like an inkling to do, go try it. I've had both experiences where it worked out better than I thought it would. And oh, it was horrible. But I wanted to try it, so I tried it. And I don't regret ever trying anything. For example, I joined a sorority. Never in my life did I think I would ever be a part of a sorority. I didn't think it would fit me. I struggled being a girls growing up, not because I am not a good person, but because I got bullied by girls. And so I was like, the idea of going into a sorority is not something I want to do. However, I did end up going through formal recruitment because I was like, why not? Why not? Why not face my fear of being friends with like large groups of girls? Why not? It could be fun. It could be the best experience of my life. You know, everyone I've talked to on Drake that's done Greek life, they're like, it's not what you would expect. It's amazing. It's such a great community. If you have like any sort of, maybe I want to try, do it. And so I did it. And now I'm a part of an amazing community. I love my sorority. Those girls are not like your stereotypical thought of what a sorority is, what sorority girls are. I love my sisters. They don't have a filter. And I love that. You may be like, oh, they don't have a filter. That's not a good thing. No, they don't have a filter um, because they don't judge. There's no judgment around these parts. They can say anything. And you might be like, what? But you'll love each other, you'll support each other, you'll hype each other up, even if those hypes are not the best idea. But it's beautiful. Like genuinely, it was such a great community. I have no regrets joining it. If I do believe though, if I was at any other university, Greek life would not fit for me. So keep that in mind. I'm not saying like Greek life is a fit for everyone. Know how your Greek life works at your school. If you're going to a major big like SEC school or something like that. Like maybe not, depending on who you are, it could be a great fit for you. It could not. Our sorority system is small. We only have 4 Panhellenic chapters. It is a very small community. It is built by us. It is created by us. It is not at all what you would typically think. That being said, that worked out. Something that did not was rowing. I for 4 days was a Division 1 athlete. Basically, our women's rowing team here at Drake takes walk-ons. You don't have to have any rowing experience, and I was very serious about wanting to get into better physical health in college because I don't have physical health. I know that sounds stupid, but like, and I still don't. And that's like the one reason why I wanted to join rowing. Did it for 4 days. Literally was having like crash outs every day. Like, after 2 days, was so mentally drained and thinking about going back. I was like, I had panic attacks. I was like, I don't like being in big bodies of water. I know how to swim, but when I have to swim, because I have to swim, because like the boat tipped or something like that, that's panicking. I'm not going to be able to swim. So I don't like big bodies of water. Also, yeah, it was just a lot. Like waking up at 5 a.m. every day was not the issue, because practices was from 6 to 8. It just like immediately took a toll on my mental health. And I was like, so I said, sorry, y'all, I can't keep doing this, but it was okay. There were no hard feelings. They told me if I ever wanted to come back, I was more than welcome, and all of this stuff. It just wasn't for me, but I tried it. So try everything, okay? I'm not even kidding. I mean, maybe not everything, but if you have like the slightest like inkling of like, yeah, I want to try that, do it. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, that's okay. Okay. Moving on to classes, like the actual part of college. I go to a small private institution. Okay. Like my college is only slightly bigger than my high school. Like it is small. My high school is like just under 3,000 students. My college is just over 4,000. Like it is a small private institution. That being said, I have yet to have a class that does not have mandatory attendance, which is great. I think it's perfect. I know that if you're going to a big school, attendance typically is not mandatory. It also depends a lot on your majors here because some people don't have attendance, like mandatory attendance. So obviously, like if you don't have mandatory attendance, show up to class. You're paying for this. Like, do you know how much money you're putting in? Show up. Show up. You're paying for it. You're paying for that professor to be there. Show up. Um, I'm not kidding. Like, not even funny, haha. Like, show up. Like, yes, I'm required to show up, and I guarantee you will at least have one class in college where you have mandatory attendance. Show up. Show up. I think I missed one class for 3 of my classes last semester. That was it. That was it. And one of them was because I had gone to the 21 Pilots concert at Tinley Park. We stayed the night. We left pretty early, but I wasn't going to be back for my 9:30 class. Like it just wasn't going to happen. But I arranged stuff a week before, telling them like, "Hey, I'm not going to be here." It was fine. Other times I've just been sick. I'm not gonna. It happens. Being sick happens. Um, so yeah, I literally missed like 3 total classes last semester, and that was it. So yeah, show up. Don't be surprised if you have a class where attendance is mandatory. Don't be butthurt about it. If you're going to a small private institution, expect attendance to be mandatory for basically all your classes. The other thing, take notes. I know you don't want to. I know you think that you could just listen and it'll be good. No, take notes. And I mean actually taking notes. Like not to pull like the science that all your professors will pull on you when you get into class, like syllabus week. Take handwritten notes. It doesn't even like not even to go back and look on. Like I'm not saying take notes to go back and look. I'm saying like write it because it will stick in your brain better. And this is true. If you want to take notes, cool, but it's not going to work the same way. Even I take notes on my iPad by hand, and even that still doesn't sometimes work as well as like pen and paper, but it works well enough for me. Um, but yeah, I'm not saying like take notes to like go back and study, take notes, but just go through the process of writing it down. The whole thing, one of my professors talked about like the science behind it with me. I'm not going to do that with you guys. I just highly recommend taking notes because when you're writing it down, it's sticking in your brain a lot better. And it doesn't have to be nice. It doesn't have to be fancy. It can literally be scribbles for all I care. But just going through the action of writing down when your professor is speaking is important. You're going to see so many videos out there being like, oh, like just record like the stupid like AI record like and get notes. That does nothing. When you're listening to your professor and writing down what they're saying, that does do something because you're actively listening and writing. You're not just listening. When you're just listening, I guarantee you are going to zone out. It doesn't matter how much you like the class, there's going to be a time when you zone out. So if you make it a practice to take notes, golden. If you're a humanitarian major, speak up. Majority of your classes will be discussion based. Yes, there will be lecture based ones, but even the majority of those have like discussions. I understand like public speaking is really hard. Trust me, I do. I literally had to train myself to do it. But at the end of the day, the most important thing that you can do for your education is involve yourself in those discussions. Don't be afraid to be wrong. Your professor would rather you be wrong than you be silent. And your classmates would rather you be wrong so that we can walk through it. Because if you're thinking something that's not right, the likelihood of them thinking that is the exact same. Don't be afraid to speak up. It will be uncomfortable at first, but if you get into a habit of like actively putting in the effort to be a part of discussions, to answer questions, to put your thoughts out there within the first couple of weeks, your classmates will get to know you a little bit better. It will make them feel more comfortable speaking up, and it will just make classes a lot more engaging. So speak up. It's okay. Like I promise you, I know it's a fear. Okay, I can do a whole other video on like, heck, I can do a whole other series of videos on public speaking 101 tips and learning how to get comfortable with it because I've been there, I've been in your shoes, and now public speaking is one of my favorite things to do. I love it. Talking 101 with someone, scary. Talking to like 15 people in a room, 20, 30, 50, easy peasy. So yeah, I can always do other videos on that. Just let me know if you need some help with public speaking stuff, and I'd be happy to help. Okay, time for the miscellaneous stuff. This is the stuff that was truly the most shocking to me. Okay, truly. First, time. The construct of time in college is absolutely absurd because you are constantly in a mix of running out of time and it taking too much time and you not knowing what time it is. It is this is the time in your life that you truly understand why people say that time is a construct because it's not consistent. Like you're telling me that what I thought took an hour took 3, or what feels like 3 hours has been 20 minutes. You're telling me that it's Friday already, which it is, like crazy enough. I thought it was like Tuesday when I woke up. No, it's Friday. Like your ability to keep track of time is insane. So, planners, timers. Okay, have everything written out because otherwise you're gonna lose track. Like, I have a digital planner, I have a whiteboard calendar, I have a Google calendar, I have a Pomodoro, whatever the stupid timer thingy is. I have to set timers. When your clothes are in the washer, by the way, you're gonna forget to do your laundry because you'll be like, oh, I did laundry yesterday. It's gonna be 2 weeks, you have no clothes, and you're like, well, crap, I don't have time to do laundry. It happens, okay? Keep on track of it. Like, literally, you will have to remind yourself to breathe sometimes. Like, it's insane. And so, like, I'll see people who, like, will like, see other people's Google calendars and be like, why do you have to put breakfast and lunch and dinner on there or bathroom? Because you'll forget. The amount of times I have simply forgotten to eat. And in fact, I have a reminder set in an hour telling me to go eat because I know after I film this video, I'm going to be working on 20 other assignments and I'm going to forget because time just works weird. So write everything down. The second you're like, oh, I should probably do that, Write it down, or better yet, do it right then and there. Like, if it's an email, like, literally, I'm not even kidding, unless you're in class. Like, if you're in class and you're like, like, I need to send that email, write it down immediately on a sticky note, put it there. Always have sticky notes on you so that you can see. Like, people always laugh when they walk into, like, my roommate and I's room because, like, I have everything on the calendar. I have my digital planner open. I have some stuff. My roommate, sticky notes are her best friend. We have so many sticky notes around our room. It is perfect. It is amazing, but it is necessary. It is so necessary. Set reminders, everything, because your understanding of time in and of itself just gets so skewed here. And nothing, like even me telling you this, nothing will prepare you for it. So be prepared to not be prepared. Second thing that's kind of miscellaneous is college is a time when you will feel both the most social and the most lonely at the same time. Like you will be so lonely, but also not. Like it's really really weird. Um, you will have points when like you're hanging out, you're laughing, like everything feels fun and dandy. Like, one of my favorite things to do is when I have like a group of four that I'm always with. Well, I guess a group of three because I'm the fourth, but I'm always with them. We're always in their room hanging out, like we're doing homework. And those are some of my favorite times because like I truly feel like like I'm involved, which is something I never felt in high school. I felt like a burden most of the time. I don't always feel that here. And it's beautiful, but there will be lows. And I just need you all to be prepared that there will be lows. Don't try and fight it. Just know that it will happen and you will feel really lonely. And you will have this big community around you. And I didn't even experience it the same way that other people did because I was blessed enough that when I said, "Hey, I'm going to school in Iowa," my mom was like, "Cool, let's go." And she came with me. And that kind of always was the plan growing up was like where I went to college, like mom would follow because I just am very close with my mom. And so I live 15 minutes away, right? I was able to go home and to be with my dog when I felt lonely. That is not the case for everyone. My roommate is from Houston. She doesn't get to go home as frequently. I try and bring her to my home as frequently as I can so she can get some puppy love. But yeah, there will be times when it feels really lonely. It can feel kind of hopeless sometimes, but don't hold on to that. Constantly be trying to get yourself out of those ruts because they happen fast, and they kind of just hit you out of nowhere. But don't lose hope. Like this is something we've talked about in like some meetings I've been to, but hope is one of the most powerful things you can have for yourself. So hold on to that hope because it truly will get you very far and it will help you out so much in life. So don't be afraid of those times when it feels lonely, but look at it as a learning experience of being able to overcome anything. This is the last one. And I honestly think it has been the most impactful here. So now, I recognize that some schools, especially larger schools, have a lot of like options and there's always something good. And when you're going on tours at school and you're at welcome week and you're like, gosh, like I'm so happy. This food is so good. It won't last. The amount of crash outs, I mean, hardcore, like sitting there sobbing, like, I want to go home. Like, why am I here right now over food? It's real. It's real, guys. And this is not to scare you. None of this is to scare you. I know some of this sounds pretty negative. It's not. It's just things that I weren't expecting that like were like, gosh, like that really hit me hard. So your dining hall will be good for like the first week. And then no. And I think not necessarily for our school, like every school. My school is just particularly bad. And literally no one's gonna blame kitchen staff because our kitchen staff is literally the sweetest ever. We love our kitchen staff. Everyone there is amazing. We just kind of don't like having raw chicken. Literally none of this pin this on the school or on kitchen staff. A lot of it is just circumstance and time and staffing issues. Um, so this is not me dissing on my school. I love my school wholeheartedly. But the amount of times that, you go and you get chicken and it's raw, or the only thing really available that is at least somewhat appetizing is like chicken nuggets half the time. Like I've had raw pizza before. Like the dough is like not baked. Oh, the heartache you will go through over food. You'll be like, "Gotta go to Hubble." Now, I will say the one benefit of like having a dining hall named Hubble is we don't call it Bubble Guts, we call it Hubble Guts. Um, but yeah, no, it's awful. You will miss home food so much. You will miss freedom of food because if you don't want to go to Hubble, that means you're either going to the McDonald's of the street, which isn't much better, or you're door dashing and that's just so much money. And you're just like, I don't want to do this. Or you're going to the On the Go, which is like our little convenience store, and you're getting like the prepackaged meals. Half the time, those aren't even good. You're like eating junk. Like when it comes to food in college, you will be beyond fascinated at how unhealthy your eating habits become because of lack of accessibility. Like I know I was talking about how I would lose track of eating. There were some days where I'm like, I can't muster. Like I physically could not muster going to Hubble. Like I keep rice and like canned chicken and beans in my room for those days because I would rather have that plain food than force myself to go to the dining hall. Again, not everyone's school is going to be like this. And this is something that just kind of builds a community here at my school is the fear, not the fear, but the of Hubble. Also, again, none of this is me dissing my school. I feel like talking about my dining hall this way is really bad. It's not. Okay, half the time we're just being I mean, the raw chicken is somewhat of an issue. I'm not gonna lie. Like it does happen. It's happened like 4 times. But like it's not bad. There are options. It's just certain schools will have more options. At the end of the day, the things that I talked about that seem like a negative aren't actually a negative. Like the education you're getting, the friendships you're building, the community you're gaining, the skills you're gaining, all of that, that's what is really impactful for your life. Having to deal with, somewhat lucky dorms or not the best food all the time, those things don't weigh in like the overall experience you're going to have. These are just things that I learned during my first semester. I have a ton of other stuff I'm learning. There's already stuff that I've learned. I'm 3 weeks into the second semester. There's already stuff that I've learned in these last 3 weeks. It's not all bad. It's just some things that like I say these not to scare you, but to like give you a heads up. Like if this happens where you're going to school, don't be surprised. And if you're looking at Drake, don't let it discourage you from coming here because there's so much good here. I will always be a hype man for my school because I genuinely love it here. But yeah, these aren't meant to scare you. They're just kind of meant to be like, hey, this could happen. Be prepared. With all of that being said, those are just a few things of what I've learned from my first semester of college. There's a lot more I'm going to learn. I'm looking forward to it. But I am going to go ahead and end this video here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that post notification bell. I will see you guys in the next video, which is going to be more of my college life. So, yes. Bye, guys. I'll see you then.